Good morning, everyone. India, a country of 1.3 billion people, is essentially focused on three fundamental challenges for the next 10 years. Disparity between rich and poor, urban, rural, educated, uneducated. Demography, India has 550 million young below age of 25. We need to create opportunities for them, skill them, feed them, clothe them, educate them, and really create roughly 12 to 15 million new jobs every year, year after year. And we also need to then expedite the pace of development in India. Everything is happening in India, but perhaps not at the pace we would like. We need more roads, more power plants, more homes, more schools, more hospitals. Everywhere you look around in India today, we need to focus again on expansion, excellence, and equity. To begin with, I want to remind you that India was the largest economy in the world not too long ago. In 1760, India was 27% of the world economy. Then came British Raj, and the Indian economy went from 27% to 2%. At the time of independence in 1947, not too long ago, India did not make anything. Colonial masters took all the raw material out, technology out, and India was essentially going to start from scratch. The founding fathers, as a result, focused on technology, R&D, and higher education. So in the last 50 years, we have been able to feed through green revolution. A lot of credit goes to Indian scientists, large number of people. Today, we have surplus food thanks to agricultural revolution. We are the largest producer of milk in the world. One man from University of Michigan went back with a PhD, spent 45 years on milk revolution. Similarly, we are pretty advanced in atomic energy, in space, and in 1991, economic liberalization started in India under the leadership of present Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. And we have been able to bring in many more entrepreneurs into the mainstream, liberalize economy, privatize many sectors, but we still have a long way to go. I had an opportunity to work on telecom. I started my work there in 1981 when we had 2 million telephones for 750 million people. It used to take 10 to 15 years to get telephone connection then. We came up with an Indian strategy with focus on digital communication, rural telecom, indigenous development, local manufacturing, local ancillary industries. And just in a short span of 20 years, today we have 900 million phones. India is a nation of connected billion. The key is to take this connectivity forward in building India in a very different way than the existing models that everyone is trying to copy, which is basically American model based on consumption, which I believe, and some of us believe, is not scalable, sustainable, workable, or desirable. In India, Our biggest challenge is bottom of the economic pyramid. On one hand, we are growing at 8 to 10%, leaving aside few glitches here and there. On the other hand, we have 400 million people below poverty line, 300 million illiterates. So our main focus has to be inclusive growth. And for inclusive growth, we need to focus on affordability, scalability, and sustainability. If it is not affordable, it is not scalable. If it is not scalable, don't worry about sustaining it. So everything we do today has to keep in focus affordability. Telecom as an example. I've been in telephone business for about 47 years. And per line cost of telephone line remained at $1,100 a line for almost 30 years. And as a result, it took us 110 years to get to billion phones. Then cost started coming down with mobile, went from 1,100 to 500 to 200. When it got below 100, all of a sudden in 10 years, we added 6 billion more phones. So if it is not affordable, it is not going to scale. So everywhere we look around in health system, education, we cannot have $40,000 a year tuition. We can't even have 4,000. We can't have quadruple bypass at 60,000. We need it at 2,000. We can't have cataract eye surgery for thousands of dollars. We do it for $2. So we have created different models. At present, my work focuses on two main areas. I am busy building public information infrastructure to democratize information, to empower 1.3 billion people. So we have right to information, but we don't have information organized in a manner we can present it to people. So we are building two major networks, one called National Knowledge Network at the cost of $3 billion, to connect 1,500 nodes with 40 gigabit bandwidth, to connect all our universities, all our R&D labs, to improve collaboration, and really focus on research and development and higher education. This network is already built at the cost of $3 billion, is in operation today. The second network at the cost of $7 billion is to connect 250,000 local governments with optical fiber to really take high capacity broadband to villages. This is underway, and in next 18 months, all 250,000 local governments will be connected to optical fiber. We already have 1 million kilometers of fiber. We are adding to that another 450,000 kilometers. In addition to this, we are creating platforms for ID. So every resident will have specific ID number like Social Security with facial, fingerprints, iris, all of that. 350 million IDs have been issued. 700 million would be issued by end of this year. And then we are building a platform for GIS. So every physical space will be tagged. Bus stand, railway compartments, schools, hospital. This program is going to be launched in the next few months. It will take about 2 years to get the nationwide GIS standardized so that every department uses that. Then we are creating platforms for applications like driver's license, income tax, passport, food distribution, employment guarantee scheme programs. We are also creating platform for payment, procurement, cybersecurity, data centers. When all of these sort of gets done in next 2.5 years, we'll have a whole new digital platform to begin to transform governance, education, health, agriculture, financial services, And we hope that the young generation would use this platform in a very different way to transform almost everything around us. To do this, we need to innovate. So as the chairman of the India's National Innovation Council, my job is to really champion innovation. We have a national council of 17 people. We have created state-level councils in all states, about 25. We are creating 50 to 100 sectorial councils, one on biotech, nanotech, materials, agriculture, diabetes, as an example. Then we are focused on clusters. We go into industrial clusters like bamboo, brassware, leather, diamond, pharmaceutical, where 400,000 to 500,000 people work. We go into these clusters and seed innovations, create incubators, connect them to universities, connect them to R&D labs, provide them broadband connectivity, teach them about how to file patents and copyrights and trademarks and all of that. We are launching innovation programs in school at the 7th grade level. We have lots of scholarships, awards. We are creating $1 billion fund to fund innovations at the bottom of the economic pyramid, inclusive growth-based innovations. So lots of stuff is going on. Just before these two main programs, I'm telling you, this just is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Just wait for 10 years. And that's why I want to focus on 10 years. Just before this, we had a National Innovation Council where we decided to increase number of universities from 350 to 1,500. In last 5 years, we have added about 300 more universities. 11% of our children can go to college. We want that number to be 25% in next 10 years. All of this is going on. Unfortunately, what you hear in the media is very different. Indian media is more focused on cricket, Bollywood, gossip. All of these things are being done with public funding, public-private partnership, a lot of NGO initiatives, and we believe in 10 years, we'll have a whole new different roadmap. We are focused on inclusive growth. We believe we'll continue to grow at 8 to 10%, not just for next 10 years, perhaps for at least 20. Most of the systems are in place. We do have today coalition government. There are compulsions of the coalition government. But in spite of the coalition government, Congress party has been in power for last 9 years. We'll probably finish all 10 years. And we believe the growth pattern will continue irrespective of which government comes to power. It is hard to grasp the kind of challenges we have. Our numbers are very different. How do you create 15 million new jobs every year? Where do you create 15 million new jobs? How do you go from 350 universities to 1,500? And that's the real challenge for India. Fortunately, technology is going to be a great enabler, especially IT and biotech. We believe these two technologies give us great hope to address health problems very differently and also to address the problems related to democratization of information, to really empower 1.3 billion, to really build a robust democracy. Thank you.